Hold up. Did I just watch Tyga in Moscow? Is Russia still cancelled? Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. AfroLev, roaring truths to preserve your pretty voice. Guys, I'm flabbergasted. I managed to attend a concert, and the person who was performing was Tyga, an American artist. For those of you that don't know who Tyga is, he is a former Young Money artist with platinum records. He was signed under Lil Wayne and basically had and still has colleagues like Nicki Minaj, Drake, and various other artists. He is a legend in the Los Angeles rap scene, and I'm a huge fan of his. I was listening to him ever since I was in high school and even primary school. So he has had a huge influence on me growing up and the music that I chose to consume, which is questionable because a lot of it is extremely vulgar. But hey, that's rap music. Now, a lot of you are probably looking at this thumbnail like, so what? An American artist performed in Russia. Yeah, that is a big deal because for the past few years, Russia has been boycotted by everything. I'm talking McDonald's, I'm talking KFC, I'm talking Starbucks. Everybody basically left to virtue signal. Everybody canceled Russia. Russia was basically canceled. Artists were refusing to even perform in Russia because they said that Russia is basically causing harm to humanity and it is a terrible place and they don't want to be there. But fast forward 3 years later, and all of a sudden, a lot of rappers are coming to Moscow to perform. Why? What is happening? Is Russia uncanceled? Cancel culture is something that usually occurs within the music industry, within Hollywood, but Russia was literally canceled. Yes, a country was canceled. And now we're in a situation when a lot of American rappers are actually piling into Russia as we speak. I watched Tyga the other day with my wife. Offset is coming next month. Designer is coming the month after. Akon is coming soon as well. Everybody is basically rushing to Russia, pun intended. Everybody's Russian, it seems. And it is leaving a lot of people bewildered. And I think it's because there is a shift in public opinion. It has almost become cool to like Russia again. So slowly, because of all the politics and Donald Trump and everything that's occurring, there are now different sides to the story. I hear some American people saying, "Oh my God, I didn't know these things about Ukraine," or "Oh my God, I didn't know that there was another side of the story until Donald Trump mentioned it." These are things that bloggers like me in Russia have been saying continuously, and only now people are catching on because it is extremely public, and people are not really for the Ukraine idea of piling artillery and sending a lot of money. Americans are basically fed up. And it seems like even the music labels are letting their artists appear in Russia, which is absolutely insane. And to just give you a perspective about how beneficial it is to come to Russia right now, Offset was supposed to come to Russia twice. And his label was boycotting him. They didn't want him to go to Russia. And they still don't want him to go to Russia because they think that it will ruin his reputation, right? Because Russia is the big bad wolf and nobody should go to Russia because Russia apparently is against humanity and it's a terrible place and it's not safe. But guess what? Offset is still coming. Lil Pump is coming. Smoke Perp is coming. And of course, there's this element of like, okay, these artists are kind of washed up. They're not really performing the way that they used to. They're not as popular as they used to be. So obviously they would get paid double than they would in the States. The artists that come in, DaBaby came in this year as well. And we all know that he was canceled as well, you know? So as somebody who's a huge rap fan, I understand the climate of things. I understand who is popping, who is not. But it's really fascinating to see people, regardless of public opinion, still coming to Russia. And this is a big step towards Russia coming back. Is Russia back? That's the question. Is Russia truly back? Is this just the taste of what is yet to come? Are more things going to be allowed? Because also, McDonald's is trying to wriggle its way back into Russia, for example. The same company that boycotted Russia, the same company that removed all of its trademarks and said it would not be involved. The Yum brands basically sold their rights in Russia to Russian billionaires just so that Russia could rebrand and put Vkusnaya Toichka, Rostix, and all these other things. And now we've reached a stage when people want to come back. If you walk through the streets of Moscow, you also see that a lot of luxury brands are still there but closed. It's almost like everybody's waiting for everything to go back to normal so they can rush back into Russia. And I keep on seeing more artists performing in Russia. And it's actually to an extent when it feels like the tour plans are leading towards Russia more often than not. Are we going to get Drake? Are we going to get Lil Wayne? Probably not, because they kind of are associated with labels that are also against the whole Russia idea. But some independent artists or some artists that possibly are looking for a quick buck are definitely going to keep on piling through. And I should have vlogged that for you. I should have showed you guys what the concert was like. It was insane. All the Russian people repeating Tyga's lyrics. My wife and I were basically blown away. Me especially, because this was somebody that I grew up listening to. But what is that for the climate at hand? What is coming next? Is this the beginning of a new chapter when Russia is uncancelled? Is Russia back? Let me know in the comments. I'm so excited to hear what you guys have to say. And as always, we are roaring truths to preserve your pretty voice. Ciao.